Tony Coccagna, and welcome to another special edition of the Coach Tom McConnell Show. I was here with Coach McConnell the other day. Today it's my pleasure to be here with two of IUP's seniors, Audrey Stapleton and Megan Smith. Guys, you won the Atlantic Region Championship, made it to the Final Four, 30-win season, had never been done in IUP history. How's it feel to be such a big part of that?
It definitely feels special to know that we're the first team to make it that far, but I think it feels even better that we were able to do that together, and with the people that we have on our team, we just had so much fun along the way, and I think that made it even more special.
Yeah, it's been a long journey, and just to be there with all our teammates on that stage was just incredible.
So you go up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to play in the Elite Eight. What do you remember most about being up at Sioux Falls?
It was a really great experience. Again, I think being with the girls through it all, playing on that big stage, it was great to see, not only parents but fans from Indiana made the trip out, and I think all of that just combined made it really awesome for us to be there and experience that.
Yeah, I think it gave us like a little taste of, I guess, what D1 athletes see every day. Like, it was just crazy. There's cameras in our face a lot, and I think that's a big part of what I remember it as well as the support that we received and the people coming out, like she said.
Missing a lot of class.
Yes.
And taking your homework on the road with you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The first game out there, national quarterfinals, you're playing Stonehill out of Massachusetts. You get up 14 at halftime, start of the second half, you go up 16, and then it seems like everything just starts to go against you guys. But in the end, you pulled it out. How'd you do it?
Yeah, so it was a great first half for us. Second half, it was tough. Their best player just kept driving it to the basket, and they were calling a lot of fouls on us. Some probably were legit, but definitely some of them were not, and we were getting frustrated. But I'm really proud of us. The game even was tied at one point, and we had some players, Carolyn and other girls, make some really big plays, and I think that we were just showed toughness and pushed through at the end.
Yeah, a big thing that we always focused on during the season was it's not supposed to be easy, and that was like the big example of it, and we really pushed through and stuck together and stayed calm.
So you get Ashland in the next game, the defending national champion. They'd won 72 games in a row up to that point. I'm sure it did not go the way you wanted it to go. And afterward, it's your last game, a lot of sorrow in the room. Now that you've had time to reflect, what are you thinking?
I know Coach has mentioned it a couple times in his interviews. You don't really want to focus on what went wrong in your last game. You more so want to focus on, being able to get that far. And I know for me, I've really been able to look back and be thankful for all the experiences I've had, and be thankful for the girls that I've been able to play with, and to be able to play for Coach McConnell and play at IUP. It's just been so great for me.
Yeah, I think we're just focusing on, the love and support that we've gotten after it, instead of the sorrow and the fact that our careers are over. That's what's been helpful.
What do you take from the whole experience, not just the Elite Eight, but the whole season, your careers at IUP, and how does that affect the rest of your life?
I've definitely learned a lot of things here at IUP that I'll be able to use for the rest of my life. I've had a lot of great leaders through coaches and through past players, and I think just all the hard work that previous players and current players put into it are great examples for me to look up to.
Yeah, I agree with what she said, and just having such leadership and then having to go into a leadership role as seniors has just really taught us a lot throughout the ups and downs that we've had.
We sat down the other day to do the show, and we ran into some technical difficulties, so we get a do-over today. Think back, if you could go to any game that you played in your life and have a do-over, which game would it be?
Oh, wow.
That's hard.
It is hard. I always struggled with the games against Cal at Cal, and if I could go back, I would always tell myself to not get so excited before the games and just play free and play for my other teammates, and I feel like maybe I would be more successful then.
I don't know if I have. The only thing I can think of is, the game I tore my ACL, but I don't know if I would go back and change that, because it led me here. So
I have a couple that I would go back to. I would go back to the Millersville game in the playoffs. And maybe shoot a little better in that one and not go to triple overtime and play for a conference championship, but I guess you just take it as it comes and go from there. Speaking of which, you're both going to graduate in the spring. Audrey, you're a sports management major. What's next?
I still have to do another internship to officially graduate. So, I mean, after I'm done with that, we'll see if that leads me somewhere in the job world or if I should go back to school. We'll see. We'll find out.
And Megan, you're a human resource management major. You already have a job lined up?
Yeah, so I'm going to be a corporate recruiter for a medical staffing company. I
have to ask you, your name is at the top of the record book for points scored in the season, 625 points. You topped Jazinga Tracy, who did it 3 years in a row, and she was a really good player, and now you're on top of that list. How's that feel, leaving here knowing that your name is up there?
I'm definitely thankful for the experience, but I think I've told you this before. I wouldn't have been able to get to that point without, my team, and we played 30 plus games, 34 games I think, and I think if we didn't play that many games I wouldn't have been able to reach that. So definitely having the type of team that we have with so many talented players, I think is the reason that I was able to get to that point.
Coach told the story the other day about how you ended up here, that you weren't even on his radar, didn't know anything about you, and he just showed up and found you, and it was a good thing, huh?
Yeah, I really think it was meant to be. I always think about my decision to come here at IUP and how thankful I am that I ended up here. Because I was actually pretty sure I was going to go to another school. I was telling all my friends, and then after talking to Coach McConnell and visiting here, he completely changed my mind.
I heard you were going to play volleyball and not basketball.
I was also thinking about playing volleyball in college, so I had a lot to think about in high school.
Audrey, you took a kind of a long route here. You started out at East Stroudsburg, and then you end up at Slippery Rock, and like you said, you tore your ACL and sat out last year, and you end up here. Glad you made it here?
Yeah, I mean, it's home, and I can't thank Coach enough for giving me the opportunity to finish my career out here, and just the girls too for making it feel even more like home. So.
Hey, Coach wanted me to mention one more thing before we go. You guys have a banquet every year. This year it's April 29th at 4 o'clock at the KCAC, and he wanted any fans to know that if they want to come, they're more than welcome. They just need to contact the basketball office for details, and the number there is 724-357-2775. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for the memories. It's been a great ride this year, and a great 4 years in your case, and a great couple years in your case. Appreciate the time, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.